None of the grit I have ever found in feed stores is the right size. Most of it is way too small. None of it is even close to standard size 3, which is the proper size for laying hens and finishing broilers. If chickens are not offered proper grit and have access to a yard, they will probably ingest poor quality pea gravel. It's far from ideal grit. If given proper grit, chickens will strongly prefer it to other kinds of stones. Now, let's talk about grit size. This is probably the most poorly understood issue with grit. It needs to be large. The largest particles the chickens will take. Small grit just passes through the gizzard and does not do the chickens any good. Grit needs to be large to be retained in the gizzard. One way to appreciate the importance of large grit is to consider these spent dinosaur grit stones, or gastroliths. These stones were probably twice this size when ingested. They were excreted with the waste when they got worn down to this size. This is what happens when your grit is too small for your chickens. It just passes through the gizzard and does no good. Based on decades of research and testing, the poultry industry has arrived at 5 standard grit sizes. Let's take a look. Size 1 is chick grit. It's a fine sand, but chicks are fed mash. It is useful to help chicks distinguish between feed and grit. Standard size 2 grit is for pullets and growers. It can be beneficial in gizzard development and is worth using. Now, size 3 grit is the correct size for laying hens and finishing meat chickens. It looks huge, but it is the proper size. Size 3 is also for turkey poults. Size 4 is for turkeys after 8 weeks, and size 5 is for turkeys after 16 weeks. The turkey sizes look huge, but this is the correct size for turkeys, and grit is especially important for turkeys. They will eat up to their entire carcass weight in grit if it is offered to them in the proper size. Peppy grit is made from high quality granite. Chickens are smart. They will select exactly what they need, just offer it free choice in a separate container. Chickens only consume a few pounds of proper grit per year, maybe 4 pounds for a laying hen. It's a nominal cost for the benefits it provides. Look for Peppy grit at your feed store. If your feed dealer does not carry it, have them contact us to become a dealer.